Hello, beautiful people. Thank you for viewing Lydia's Insights. You fell. I have you on the steering wheel. I guess I'll do this with one hand. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. A sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. A bunch of pizzazz and all that jazz. Maybe I should see how it looks, but this phone is so old, and so the battery is like. So I went to school today. Yeah, it's actually on campus. One of the few classes that are on campus, which the reason why it's on campus is because it's weight training. That explains the apparel. And then I just been super busy, so I just haven't made time to change. And okay, I think I'm just gonna hold it for support because I don't trust it. And because it's weight training, and the weight room right now happens to be outside, and then it's open doors, even the stuff that's inside. So the only thing that we have to have a mask on for is when we're bench pressing, because like we have to have a spotter, and so then we're like in each other's breathing space. And so hey, and this class is showing me, oh my goodness, how out of shape I am, but yet I've never thought of myself that way. But maybe it's more about strength, and I don't know, because I do like walks. I guess that's the only thing I do. And so I don't know, but anyway, so it's fun and embarrassing and all at the same time. So what I want to talk to you about is that I plan on sharing stuff with you. I'm not going to be able to do that right now because of time's sake and because of the battery. But I wanted to talk to you about a little bit about my past of brain tumors, right? The one that was in the left frontal lobe. Maybe you've seen things, past videos. I've shared some about it. I have taken a class that has opened my eyes a little bit more about it, but I don't think I'm going to get into all that right now. For those of you that are just wanting to view, and maybe future people that are going to just like accidentally stumble upon this. So everything is good right now. The last brain tumor removal I had was in 2008, and now I go every year for a checkup just to see that there's no growth. And everything's been great, so thank God for that. But I do want to say this. I do want to send this message with you guys. Decision making that I was just sharing with my daughter, actually, is that, a lot of us humans have this mentality that, just enjoy the moment. We're living the now, and that's what matters. Let's just live the now. And that's good to a certain point, but I told her it's taken me 46 years to have this mentality that yes, there's certain things that you just live the moment. And then there's so many decisions that affect us in the long run. So, and I had just heard this too, that we should start thinking like, okay, how am I going to feel 10 minutes from now? And how am I going to feel 2 weeks from now? And how am I going to feel 10 years from now if I make this decision, if I do this, if I allow myself to go with this feeling, to make this choice? How is this going to affect me in the future? And then I was like, yeah, if I would have thought that way back when I was 22, my life would be so different right now. But that's one of the things I've just learned, how when you're young, not until like you're 25, does your brain fully develop. And so you're still developing your sense of thinking and the sense of consequences. So because your frontal lobe is still developing, and that's where the thought of consequences. Okay, if I do this, you guys have teenagers, and which I have lots of them, 4 right now under my roof. Well, actually, the one's barely gonna be 12, but still. Okay, back to what I was going to say. That, you know, they do these things, these reckless things, and because they're not thinking. And literally, they're not thinking. I mean, they do think about it, but they think they're invincible. So that's part of why, because they really don't have the full capability to do that. And I know we've all heard of stories where these young people do things. It's just like, gosh, how could they do that? They've just ruined their lives, and now they're gonna spend 10 to 15 years in prison because they chose to do that. Stuff that breaks your heart. Anyway, I just wanted to get this video in. Last week I didn't do a video because it was my birthday, and so I didn't do it because I chose to not to, and that was also my first day of weight training, and it was fun and nerve-wracking, and now the head football coach of Sierra teaches this class, and so he coaches my son. My son's on the football team, and so it's really interesting because I'm calling him coach, right? And my son also has to call him. So I told him, hey, coach says you're a great player. And he's just like, oh, it's so weird. It's so funny. Anyway, that's pretty cool. And also, like I said, embarrassing, because as we're doing the lunges, I'm having to go like super slow because I'm like old lady. Well, okay, I don't like to ever think of myself as old, because it's like I'm not old, you know. I'm not. I'm just not. So I like to, but I am older. So yeah, I'm doing this lunges really slow, and you're supposed to twist your trunk. That's what he says it is, your trunk. And so I'm twisting, and it's like real slow. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for taking the time to view. And so I will be sharing more about probably like probably do a part 1 and a part 2. Also, I wanted to take the time to write it down on things that I want to say. I want to be, you know, I just want to kind of keep it, I don't know, like in order, and keep it kind of, I don't know, but that's what I want to do. And so I haven't done that yet. So that's my goal, that I'm going to write it down. So I have now between next Monday to do it. So, all right. Thank you for viewing, and I'll talk to you later.